and welcome to another episode of The Taranique Show. I am your host, Taranique, and on this show, we like to say where science meets curls and healthy hair is goals. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 signs your hair shedding is due to dehydration. We know that water is the number 1 moisturizer, but with water, like I talked about on the show yesterday, about how to hydrate, you're hydrating from the inside, hydrating from the outside. There is a moisture cycle that takes place where your hair needs to be hydrated, not only from using water-based products, but also from you drinking enough water. So it's a moisture cycle. So if you are experiencing any of these signs, you know if you've been drinking your water or not. And if you have experienced these signs and your hair is dry, brittle, shedding, then you know that it is due to dehydration or a lack of water, right? So number 1, dry, brittle strands that snap easily. So if you are, just running your fingers through your hair and your hair snaps like really easy without you pulling or tugging heavily on it, then that is a sign that you are dehydrated and you need to drink at least half of your body weight in ounces so that your hair can be hydrated from the inside out. And you also would need to use water-based products. So when your hair lacks internal hydration, it loses elasticity and becomes prone to breakage. If it snaps when you're gently tugging, dehydration could be the culprit. Number 2, your hair feels dry even after washing. This is after you're shampooed and conditioned your hair and it still feels rough. Then we know that it's the products aren't the problem. And a lot of people would say, well, the products aren't working like they used to. But if you are dehydrated, your strands are going to be dehydrated. And there's no product on this earth that will be able to hydrate your strands properly if you yourself are dehydrated, because your strands are dehydrated. So if your hair still feels rough or straw-like after using conditioner, it may be dehydrated from the inside out, not just any product will fix it. So the product is not going to fix it if your strands are truly, truly dehydrated. Number 3, increased shedding after heat styling or detangling. So dehydrated strands, they're more fragile. So if you're seeing more hair in the brush after you're detangled or more hair in the shower drain after heat use, your strands, they may be too dry and not able to handle manipulation. So that's a telltale sign that your hair shedding or breakage is due to dehydration. Number 4, your scalp feels tight, dry, and itchy. We know that, the scalp is skincare as well. So the scalp is skin. No, it's not skincare. The scalp is skin as well. So if you notice that you are dehydrated and your skin is dry, it's cracking, it's not glowing, it looks dull, it's because you're dehydrated. Well, the same thing with the scalp. If your scalp feels tight, itchy, and it's cracking, then we know that you are dehydrated, and that will also lead to breakage and shedding, right? So the scalp is skin too. A dehydrated scalp lacks moisture, which affects follicle health and can lead to more shedding. And number 5, limp, lifeless curls. So that don't hold moisture. Dehydrated curls lose their bounce and definition. If your hair absorbs product but dries out really fast and is not retaining moisture, that's a sign of internal dehydration and compromised porosity. So I get this question all the time, women asking, my hair is shedding, I don't know what's happening. Why is this happening? If you know that you have not been hydrating or drinking water and you've been drinking a lot of caffeinated drinks and not, drinking water, then you can kind of tell that, my hair shedding is caused by a lack of hydration, right? So if you know that you haven't been drinking water, but your hair is shedding, that water is likely the culprit. So lack of water is likely the culprit. And it's going to take about, I would say, 3 to 7 days to start seeing any progress after you've been hydrating. So 3 to 7 days to see progress in your hair and scalp after drinking half of your body weight in water for about 3 to 7 days. So let's go over it again. 5 signs your hair shedding is due to dehydration. Number 1, dry, brittle strands that break easily. So you just run your fingers through your hair and your strands are dry, brittle, and they can break easily. You're dehydrated. Number 2, your hair feels dry even after washing and conditioning the hair. The hair still feels rough and still feels dry. That's because you need to hydrate the follicles from the inside out. And the only way to do that would be to drink water. Products, they do something by using water-based products externally, but internally you need moisture. It's a moisture cycle. So drinking your water and using water-based products, they all work in tandem. Number 3, increase shedding after heat styling or detangling. If you are noticing that you have more hair in the brush or more hair in your shower drain and you have not been hydrating, and it's summertime or it's hotter temperatures and you just know you haven't been hydrating, then that is likely the cause. So to retain hair and stop that shedding, we need to be drinking water. Number 4, your scalp feels tight, dry, or itchy. This is usually the first telltale sign that you're gonna start losing hair. Your hair is gonna start shedding when your scalp starts to feel different. So at the sign of your scalp feeling dry, itchy, or tight, you need to drink water. And number 5, limp, lifeless curls that don't hold moisture. You've been using these products for a while. You know they moisturize really well, but your hair is just not, your hair is just limp. It's not defined. Then you know that, yeah, I may be dehydrated. I need to start drinking my water. So I hope that this was helpful to you. If it was, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Have a great day.